Today we're installing a OOOOGGGGGAAAAA horn onto a Volkswagen Bug. Nicknamed, what was its nickname? Totally at a blank right now. This is what the horn looks like. It's a little big for this car. I don't know where we're gonna fit it, but it'll fit. It's called Struggle Bug because everything on this has been a struggle. A whole bunch of aftermarket parts and not knowing where parts go and where they went and who did what and why they did that. Earlier I found a spot up here that I think I want to put this. So I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole and try to mount that there. This has a notch on it for a bolt to slide into sideways, which means we could pre-mount the bolt a little bit, leave it loose, slide it in there and then tighten it up, or we could put it in first and then go from there. So the bolt's a square head bolt, so it locks in to its little, are you too good for your home?
That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
See what I'm saying? Everything's a struggle. It locks into there and really locks in. And then we could just put it through the hole that we drill and put a nut on it, washer and a nut, and call it good. There's a mount back here too, but we can't use that unless we build a bracket for it. Positive and negative. So negative will probably just go right to the bolt, and then we'll use that as the ground. So I need to get a punch and punch a little hole in there, or punch a dimple in there. Then I can take the drill and drill a little hole, and then I'll go on the other side and drill it to size. So I need to see what's there. Right above the ground screw, we're all good. It looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go get a punch and a small drill bit and probably the right size drill bit. So I got a micro drill bit. I mean, probably smaller than 1/16 of an inch. I mean, it's tiny. I want to use that because I'm going in at an angle because I can't get up in there. I have no idea what I do with the punch. The 2 drill bits there, the punch is right there. All right, we have a little hole. Now I'm going to go on the other side and drill it out with the unibit. Now hopefully my chest cam is working and you guys will be able to see this. Wouldn't that be cool?
T-Rex, he's the meanest, got little arms.
Okay, that definitely has been replaced because that sheet metal is thin. Now let's see if we can get this fed up in there. There we go. Okay, now I have, I think there was a little hole. Yeah, there's a little hole down here lower that I could run the wires into. Even though it wouldn't be as clean as making my own hole. At least we're not making a whole bunch of holes. Oh, that'll be fine. Wires will just come right up there. No. Okay, so now we get to make some wires. We got to do a ground wire that just goes straight to here. It says it had pigtail wires. So let's see what pigtail wires are. All right, so it has black short black and a short red. Pretty thin wires. Guess there's not a lot of amperage. That's the ground. And that reaches right to there. So we'll be good with that. I'll just put an eyelet on there. And the red one I'm not going to use. I'll just use my own. Okay, so we have the rubber grommets here. We just have to find the size that fits the hole that we have. Might have to drill it out depending on. So let's go see what we got. That one's too small. That one's just right. Okay, this is our power wire. We'll shove that through the grommet. Now we can mount the horn. No, let's do wiring first. All right, so we got to come over here to do wiring. And I have connectors. I don't know if I have the right ones, but I have them. Let's see what I got. What you got, man? A whole bunch of little micro ones. Medium-sized ones. Blades. All right, so we might have to go with the yellow. What's a little? That's not going to work. Wait, here's one. How's that look? That fits perfect. That's our guy. Okay. So we pull that off. Twist the wire, give it a fold, and push it on. Okay, my crimpers. Crimp that on. That's ready to go. Now the purple wire, we just need a spade connector right here. Okay. Let's go bolt this on. See right there. Let's put the nut on that. The nylock nut. We need a washer. We need a washer. Is that washer too big? A little bit too big. It fits perfect. Okay. All right, that'll hold it while I wire it. Okay, we're gonna have to work way up under there because I don't want this wire too long. What if we turn on some light for us? I got a magnet on this, but Stick it to where the magnet would work. Yeah, that works somewhat. Once again, I don't know what you guys can see on the chest cam. Just trying out different positions. If you guys know of something better, let me know.
It's not working. It's not working.
It's all by feel, so what you guys are seeing is what I'm seeing. Nothing. It feels like it's on the wrong side. There we go. Okay. Horn's mounted. We can't test it because, oh no, we got to do wiring still. We got to wire up a switch. You got a momentary push button switch that I'm going to put underneath the dash. So it just reach up under driving, and just reach up and burp, burp. I know horns, everybody likes them on the steering column, but we're not doing a steering wheel on this yet. He's going to get that. He could always wire it in later if he wants to mess with the way the steering is on this, because it all goes through kind of, I think, through the turn signal or something. I don't know. I read something about that. But we'll have to figure that out. Let's get up and do some horn wiring. Okay, we got to figure out where to put the switch for the horn and where to put the ground. There's a bolt up here I took out. I ground down to metal. So that's a nice clean spot. We can run the ground. And I think the switch, when you're driving, I think you always want your right hand on the steering wheel. That's your dominant hand. That's his dominant hand. Left-hander, there's not many out there. Sorry.
You answer the hate mail.
But he's right-handed, the owner of the car. So if we put the horn switch on the left-hand side, that means he could keep his right hand on the wheel. I think that's kind of a solid idea. And I'm thinking just up underneath the dash to where it's easy to find and reach, which is in this area someplace around here. What I'll do is go inside the car, drill up, hopefully not hit wires, drill up where I think it should be with a little tiny hole, and then come up here and drill it down with a unibit, because we got to go to like 3/4 inch. It's a biggie. So this is his push button switch. It's nice. It's clean. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Let's get started. I think we should mount the switch first. Then we could run this. This is our ground. I just had to wire this into the relay. This is our ground from the relay. This is what our switch is going to be. So one side of the switch will go to that. The other side will go to ground. When you push the button, it makes the ground, which will push the relay, which will honk the horn. So let's get inside the car and drill. Okay, let's go inside and see. Kind of a pain because right now it's all jacked up. I think up underneath the speaker would be good. A little bit out towards the side. That's it. Did you see that on the other side? Did this camera pick it up coming through? Kind of all scary. Right there. Cool. That's easy to get to. Easy-ish. If not, I'll have to unibit from the inside, and then all the shavings fall down on me and burns me. And ow, it's hot. Hot shavings, hot shavings. Let's keep all the wiring away. That was all of them. Let's see if this fits in it. You don't have much room, so you have to drill it exact right size. I know this camera's not going to work out. Very little of this camera angle is going to work. That's it. Oh, you're kidding me.
You son of a bitch!
That better be magnetic. Oh no. Let's go find a magnet. Oh. Hey, I found the bolt to this thing. I'm starting to think that's not magnetic. Got it. It's not magnetic. Wow, we got lucky. It got on the metal tabs on the back and lifted it out. That was scary. Yes, I will. Okay, now we have to wire that up. Okay, we need to make some wires. Now this wire will go to the switch. This one hopefully will go to our ground. Yeah, not run perfectly, but that hooks to there. There's a clip right here. And that goes down to the switch. That'll work. Okay, so I'm going to cut this, strip this, and put a ring terminal on this. That'll go over the 10mm bolt. Back to that ring terminal problem. Here's my washers. Where's my bolt? There's my bolt. Okay, if this goes on, that washer's big enough. Okay, that'll work. Okay, let's tighten that up. Okay, now we'll strip this, and this is a weird setup. I need a little tiny flat blade screwdriver. This has a setup with two little set screws, which I think I'm gonna need that and my glasses. Let's not put that down there. I do not want those screws coming out because they will be gone. All right, a little trick that we've learned. So if you can't see something, grab your phone, take a picture of it, and then you can blow it up and see what we're seeing. All right, so the screw can come up a little more, and then that wire should fit in there. Okay, now we can loosen up the other one. Okay, now this black wire. We have to run this sensibly. Let's try to run it underneath all this. Into there. The lighting I have is not the best. I don't think it's made for automotive. Okay. Now, as far as I know, that's the horn. The horn's done. We just got to tighten up that nut, which I think I can do. No, can't tighten it up myself. It's gonna take somebody inside to hold it while I tighten it from the outside. Until we get the battery in, we can't test it. So next up is the battery, I guess. Thanks for watching this video. Basically, it's a generic way to install any horn you get from basically a 12 volt standpoint. You did not see me wire up the relay because it was already internal into the fuse block. But if you do have a relay, that's all you do is run whatever you want going out to, in this case, the horn, and it needs a positive input for it. We run 12 volts from the battery or accessory, depending on how you want it to work, into the relay, and then out of the relay to the horn. So just think of that as the power supply going to the horn. Now we need a switch to switch that power on and off. So with that, we have a switch that has to have power and ground. So in this case, we use the ground as what's going to trigger that power supply. So one side of that, it's basically a magnetic switch in there. One side of that magnet gets power constant from the battery or from the ignition switch, depending on how you want it to work. Then the ground goes through your switch. So every time you hit that switch, it makes the ground, which triggers that relay over, which triggers that switch, that triggers the bigger switch that allows the bigger current to go through it. That's why you run a relay, is so you can throw bigger current with a smaller switch. This switch could be a 1 amp switch, and with a 15 amp relay, it'll throw 15 amps if you have the right size wire. So that's just a little bit of a relay knowledge. So I'm going to end this video here, especially since I'm getting a phone call, probably to update my... No, it's the owner of the car. Say hi to everybody on YouTube.
Hi, everybody on YouTube.
All right, so this is Lucas. This is my buddy that owns the car that we're working on. So he'll be the one hitting the button to find out what the OOOOGGGGGAAAAA horn sounds like. And we probably will record it so that way you guys can see it and his kids can actually enjoy it before they get to ride in it.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I'm going to talk to Lucas, and we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. See you on the next video.